Cancer. How you doing? Sorry. I just realised I put a cigarette and it was still wafting. How you doing? Someone could have farted and it's still wafting. Okay, anyway, how you doing? Cancer. So you can watch this as a Cancer or a Life Path 7. If you are Life Path 7s, you can also watch this. What I can tell you, Cancer, is that you had the best reading that I have done so far. Okay, I'm also in Fargo, but it's so far to go. Someone might be travelling, thinking about travelling, and it's so far to go, like a long distance. Could be something around like the world, that would be a 3. Could be something around a Pisces. Someone could be thinking about travelling or talking to someone online, maybe. Could be a Leo or / Aquarian, because I deal in numerology. So it's like, but it's so far to go. Because I'm hearing yeah, but no, but kind of maybe sort of don't know too. Because I don't know because it's so far to go. So I don't really know. It's kind of like this long distance type sort of energy here. But we'll see what is going on. So let's see, Cancer. What have they got coming up for the next 48 hours, please, for Cancer? What have they got coming up for the next 48 hours? Scorpio. Now, Scorpio just had a really good reading if you've come from my Scorpio reading. Okay. But like wanting something different, wanting to change. Like I need to change. If I want something, I'm going to have to start changing. Okay. But the trouble is people don't. If you deal with someone old. If you're dealing with an old person, okay, an older person, I don't mean age-wise. Okay. If you're dealing with someone old, then there is no change because people don't when they're in something. That's what makes you go back into something from the past. Okay, this is why this is a past energy. It means that it's over. Okay, but it does also require change. Now, you can either go back to the past and remain silent. I'm also hearing 007, another 7. But like James Bond, James, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Bond. Some of you might be asked to go out on Bond. Okay, so it might me, rhymey. But like I'm hearing like I might need to put my house up on Bond for someone that's coming out of prison. Okay. James, Jamie, J, Bond. Bond D. Danielle, Danny. Let's see. Cancer, what's going on with Cancer, please, for the next 48 hours? So you've got a new person here. It's kind of like thinking. It's a lot of thinking. Someone could have children. Someone here is a bachelor, okay, and they're basically just like waiting for a new beginning in life. Could just be getting over your past, or they are, okay. So they're single, 100% single here. So if you're interested in someone, they're single, but I just don't know if this is a talking energy, because it is definitely a thinking energy. Like I want someone stable in my life, but who is there? Okay, is there anybody stable? Is there anybody that wants to talk? Okay, is there anybody out there? Okay. This person could also be like a mum, a mother. Okay. Let's see, Scorpio. No, sorry, I've done Cancer. So you could be dealing with an Aries, a Scorpio, or a Life Path 4 person, or you've got that in your chart somewhere, or they do. Okay. Let's see, Cancer. What's going on with Cancer, please? This week, for the next 48 for Cancer. So you got 5 of Wands. To be honest with you, when I did your reading, you had quite a bit to go through to get to the good part of the reading. There's someone here that keeps arguing with an ex over children, or like I mean, this shouldn't be like arguing with a new person here, right? So, like I said, this is normally someone that, like I said, man, I don't get this, but like people that refuse to let people go, because it's a 4, can be like a 4 of Pentacles, and I'm refusing to let you move on and meet a new person. Even though you or they might want to, I'm just going to cause that much shit for your life that you can't move on without me. Okay, but then again, like I said, why do people keep in contact with exes? Should only be because you've got children. But, like, you know, because this could be a mother or a father that argues with their children quite a lot. Okay, but it can be like an ex, because the Hierophant all stands in front of a Scorpio to say, hold on a minute, you know, I don't want this to end. Okay, but has it actually begun? Like, or is it just a constant energy that you guys are not strong enough to block? You need to block people. Okay, a lot of people leave the lines of communication open with a Leo, maybe. but like they leave the lines of communication open. These could also be people that spy and they get really fucking annoyed because they're watching, getting really annoyed at someone else's life, like, you know, and they think that a reading is going to relate to them. Okay. Like I'm spying on someone else's relationship and getting really wound up the fact that they're looking for someone new and not me. Okay. Let's see. So are you still going through the old routine there then, Cancer? Let's see what's going on with Cancer, please, for the next 48 hours. Six of Swords. The Queen of Swords. But you've already cut this person out, haven't you, from the past? Well, the Queen of Swords is someone that wants to know. Like, they want to know where they stand. Like, you know, they want to know. Or Doctor No, like a yes or a no. They just kind of want to know. Now, is that a Libra? Okay. But like, or is it Gemini? It doesn't matter. Gemini, Capi, Libra, Aquarius. But like, at least I need to know because I need to ask a question. And so it's kind of like that. I'm thinking, but I'm not asking. Okay. So I'm just going to sit there and think, not ask because I don't know what you're going to do and I don't know what you're going to say. So it can be standing on eggshells around a person's mood swings. Like you've got someone around you that gets very moody, okay, and you don't know how to approach them to say anything because you think that they're going to rip your head off. So that's not really a relationship, right? Could be a parenting situation though. Let's see. Cancer for the next 48. 10 of Swords. Oh God, the World, long distance, Pisces. The Tower. Well, might be a Pisces, doesn't have to be, but it's a 3. So, because I kept picking up this long distance energy that's here, but it's not here. So, like, it's like, this is 100% standing on around their energy being very violent, okay? This is someone that has a quick temper, very quick temper, okay? And when they do, they scare people or try to use a tactic to scare them, to stop them from leaving or going. And, you know, I'll have a go at you, I'll shout at you, I'll fucking, you know, do whatever it takes to stop you from doing whatever it is that you're doing with your own life. Like, it could be around the house, around the home itself, like, you know, here. It could be in your neighborhood, okay? Like a very strict place where people are kind of like, fuck that noise, Dave. Like, you know, will you shut up, keep banging, right? But like this, someone's just got a very sharp tongue and a very sharp temper here. That's why the Tower avoids. So you can spend forever and a day avoiding an ex if that's what you're doing. But why, if you're not communicating, should that really be a problem? Let's see. Cancer, what they got coming up for the next 48. 7 of Cups, non-existent energy, boredom, frustration and fed up. It's kind of, I don't know. It depends if your life is going really well. If your life is going really good, then watch Patreon one. Watch Patreon, because that was a completely different reading. Totally different. Totally different. This must be a Cancer and a life path. It could be the other person that's like really struggling, like, because someone will not like accept what they, you know, I keep asking you and I've told you no, but that, like I've said in the other readings, you have to put a person up on charges. You have to put them up for harassment. If you don't want communicating from that person, you have to put them up on charges of harassment. Keep harassing someone, okay? You know, because they're probably a very violent person that demands what they want, okay? And you can't give them it, but they keep demanding it. Well, you need to do something else, okay? Oh dear, I can't clarify, but I've got no idea what is going on here. Let's have a look at why the Death card is here, please, for Cancer. Why do they have the Death card here? 2 of Cups. So you could be dealing with a Libra from the past for a lot of you, Libra, and you're just monotonously going over it and over it and over it, because a lot of you fear detachment, or the other person does. Fear detaching from a soulmate, okay? If I detach from them, my life will get better, but at the moment it's for better or for worse. That means the person could already be married, they could already be in a commitment already, or the name is Eddie or Edwina or Edmonds or Berry, Holly or Jody. But the Scorpio card with the Two of Cups is refusing to let a person go. But what is said to a lot of people, again, is what is love? What is love? Okay, baby, don't hurt me, right? So what is love? If love is something that you don't mind when you are not in love with someone, it doesn't matter what they do to hurt you, because they can't, because you're not in love with them. So it can't hurt. Whatever they do, whatever they say, that's not like, oh, okay, I need to retaliate. No, because that's just stupidity. Okay, which means that I'm secure enough within myself and not insecure to know that one of these people shouldn't love the other one. And if you keep getting wound up by a person, that's because you actually do love them. You're just in denial because your feelings are hurt. If you didn't love the person, you would not be hurt by them, because that means that they wouldn't be communicating with you. They shouldn't be communicating with you. There is no chance of reconciliation. So you block everything out, okay? Multimedia, social media, don't have to just disappear off the face of the earth. You just block their phone numbers and stuff, okay? So they can't contact you, okay? If that doesn't work, you put them up on harassment charges, okay? But like I said, majority of you can remain in denial for as long as you want, or they can, okay, realizing that you just don't never change. So what's the point? Okay, people do not change. People are like, equality means the same. We are not the same. Okay, we are not the same. Nobody is the same. As I said, like when you keep going through something, you soon realise this person's never changed. They've always been exactly the same as they always have. Okay. So you should be looking for someone new. While this, so what's this 5 of Wands here, please, for the next 48? You've got King of Cups here. Someone's, I don't know, 5 of Wands can be play fighting. It's kind of like someone wants to reach out to you or the other person. They just don't know what they're going to say. Like, I don't know what you're going to say. What's this King of Cups? Because they should be a very stable energy. King of Cups. There's a 10 of Pentacles. A Lion, Leo, or an Aquarian placement. So this is just kind of like not paying any attention to drama. Doesn't bother me. Just like, fuck it. This could be going on at someone's home. Like their house and their home here. Okay, mother or father. Okay. You got very good energy there. But then it comes very dynamic around the Tower, the 7 of Cups, and the 4 of... Some of you are really just undecisive. This can be just someone that's so indecisive of what they want. They've got a connection, but their main focus is the past. Like, they just keep going over and recollecting the past and going over it and like a scratched fuck record or a fuck dripping fuck fridge. Let's see what's the Tower here for Cancer. 5 of Swords. Sagittarius, Taurus, or life path 5 energies, maybe. Getting really, really, really angry. That's very angry. Okay, this is my mother. I am a life path 7. So like I said, your other reading might be your love life, and this is family. Or their family. Okay, because one reading I did was bloody good. So, like I said, this is somebody, because you could relate to this as like a life path 4. Okay, and I've gone through this with many of you before. Okay, I'm a life path 7. Okay, I've got Scorpio placements, 3 of them. Okay, here is a person that is a life path 4, but they're a Taurus rising, as well as being a life path 4. Their north node is also Taurus. Okay, so their numerology puts them at Scorpio, but their astrology puts them at Taurus. Okay, and it's just like you just miss the point every single time. Okay, it's just like very dynamic. Like it's just like non-compatibility. We're just constantly always missing the point. Like this is like not wanting to stand around and listen to someone because of all of their negative approaches all the time. Like every time you talk to them, they worry, they come at you and tell you that, fuck, I don't know, just worrying and worrying and worrying and worrying. And then they want to express the worry to someone, And then when you don't listen to them, they get really fucking angry because you won't listen, because you don't want to. So it's someone trying to tell you that, you know, well, I think that the world is going to end. And you're kind of like, okay, that's up to you to believe that, but that's not what I believe. I don't believe the world is going to end. Okay, or like a religious person, you know, if you don't do this, you're going to go to hell. Okay, well, I don't believe that we do. And then they have a go at you because you won't listen to what they're saying because you're not interested. Like, I'm just so not interested in what you've got to say. Okay, what you're saying doesn't match me. Okay. So I'm not interested in listening or standing around listening to you slowly getting more and more angry, the fact that you can't control another person. So they get more and more angry that they can't control a person. Still not understanding why someone here just keeps closing down and closing down and closing down, not wanting to listen to the person's drama. Who does? Like, who does? Oh, trust me, I know a lot of people that love drama. And they love, like, trying to get people's attention to, like, you know, get into an argument. But me, I can't stand arguing. I do not like negative people, and I really do not like... I'm a guy, right? I'm 46 years old. I have never been in a fight. Never. I've never raised my fist. Definitely not to a woman. Not to a guy either. I've never been in a physical fight, even when I was at school. If there was a fight, I'd be over there. If I walk into a boozer and there's a fight, I'm out. As soon as people start raising their voice, I don't like it. I feel the energy and I'm like, do not want to get involved in that. So when people start raising their voice, it's not that it scares me. It's just that I don't like it. I don't like aggression. I don't like people that use aggression. So me, I'm out. Like, as soon as you can get into this in relationships, some people, they love to argue it out, and they just love to argue. And they do anything that they can to argue, because if you've got like fives, it can mean that someone that has that many sabotage issues, that they're not satisfied until they've sabotaged it, which means that you cannot get away from the person because they'll do whatever they can to sabotage it, even when it's going really well. Like, it'll go really well, and before you know it, after like a second or a day or two, they're you know, you can feel it, can feel the tension that they're just about to do or say something that's going to destroy. This is what I went through with my ex, with Emily here, and it was constant. It was every 2 days. This is why I will never go back anymore now. Never go back anymore now. But, like, you know, when I was in these circumstances, okay, I just, as a guy, I didn't know what to say. Like, I really didn't know what to say. Like, I was dumbfounded because I could feel that the person was just about to, like, do something and play a mind game or something like that that was going to cause an argument, and I would keep trying to settle it by going, oh, that's all right, don't worry, anyway, I'll ring you later. You know, what do you mean you'll phone me later? Oh, you don't want to talk to me then? No, I didn't say that. I'm busy at the moment. Oh, that's it, you've never got any time for me then? And you're like, what? No, I didn't. I don't know what to say. Right, like, and before you know it, they've got you into an argument. You're like, oh, and then you lose your shit, okay, or they do at you, and you're kind of like, I am not going to be spoke to like that, so I'm just going to ignore you. And the more you do, the more it winds the person up, where they just don't get it. They don't get the fact that doing that does harm. They don't get that, because if they did, they would stop doing it, right? If you've told them and said, look, please do not do that, right? I've fucking told you in the past that does not work with me. Okay, so don't do that. But they do. And they have done. And they continue to do that, right? So they just keep getting more blocked. You know, I did this. I will bring up my ex-relationship because I concur if you're going through it. Okay, because I am no more going through this. And what do you feel when you don't have to go through this? Well, you definitely do not feel angry. You definitely shouldn't feel upset. The other person might, but you shouldn't feel upset. You should not feel worried about having to cut this person off and cut them out. No way. No way, not at all. Not even if they're a family member or a mother or father. Nobody has the right to keep complaining at a person. Okay, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't never do blah, 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 blah. I mean, if you've got a lazy ex-husband or a wife or someone like that and they actually don't do anything, well, then kick them out, you know. You know, but I don't know. it's kind of like I can't never, like, trust me, when a person, like my ex was a life path 5, Sag placements, and that also put a Taurus and Sag through the life path 5 energy, right? It was so often that in that, I could never do anything right. Like I just couldn't do anything right. I couldn't. Like it'd be a day before like everything's going really well, and then someone just wants to sabotage the relationship, and they'll do anything they can to sabotage it. You can't stop someone when they're on a kamikaze mission. It's like a fucking kamikaze worm in the game worm. Capadooty. Could be a Capricorn or a Taurus, Capricorn or Gemini, but like you know, like it's like a kamikaze worm, right? That's just going to jump off that fucking ledge and just right, and you're kind of like, bruv, you know, here. So trust me, anybody with this person, like if this is an old person that you're trying to avoid, because the tower is an avoiding energy, trying to avoid, but people not liking being avoided. I do not like being avoided. Okay, so I don't know, it could be glutton for punishment, punishing someone. Like I'm going to punish you, like literally punish you and make you sorry by punishing the person. Don't know. I need to get away from your energy. My advice, life path 7s or Cancer, if your life really doesn't sound like that, I'd relate that to my mother here, 100%, all day long. I would relate that to my mother. That is what that is like. Those cards is what that is like here. Okay, so like, if that thing, well, that's not my love life, but that's their love life, or that's, you know, that's a story for you. If your life seems to be going in a really good direction, then you will need Patreon, because Patreon was so good as a reading, okay? So that would be a different story. So if you want that, then you will need to join Patreon. That is the silver or the gold tier. It is actually on both. If you would like to join, it really does help me out financially. Please make sure you smash that like button, give it a like and a comment. I'd like to hear from you guys and see if it's true, or what you're relating it to, or who you're relating it to. And then also I've got the join button that is now open, if you guys haven't heard already. So the join button is like $3 or $4, and what you get over there is to ask me a personal question, tarot or non-tarot related. So I put up public posts that are for members only, and they read them, and it's pretty much, hi guys, okay, I'm ready for you all to leave your question, your name, their name if it revolves someone else. What do they think about me? What do they feel about me? What do you see coming up? I'd probably draw sometimes around 6 or 7 cards, depending on what it is, how long it's taken me to actually see what's going on. But you get those quite regularly, and it's only like $3 or $4. And then you also get random readings. So I will just randomly do a reading, show everybody, and say, okay, if you're following this story and you're dealing with like this star sign and it's here, this is what they're going through, and follow the story, and it's just a random reading. Okay, pretty much like personal global reading. Okay, that would be channeled as well if I do, and also cards. So that's what you get for like $3 or $4. If you can't afford much, it just really helps out, and you get a load in return. But if you want star sign specific stuff, camera at a different angle, being able to see the cards, okay, me showing you all of the positions of what's kind of coming up for you, could be a completely different story that's what's on here. Okay, if you want that, you will need Patreon, and you'll get them a day or 2 days before these 48-hour readings come out on here. Okay, so at least you're getting something. But if you want more, unfortunately you have to pay, because I'm getting skint. Okay, so guys, thanks very much, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.